Hey friends, welcome to the stream. I got pretty badly sunburnt over the weekend. I was playing tennis, so forgive me for that. Uh, Today, I just wanted to go over a little bit of my kind of like my track that's been performing pretty well, and then I also wanted to go over some like big album updates as well. Um, it's going to be a shorter stream today, but I just want to start with the album updates. As you guys know, the working title for my like modern classical um, live kind of string orchestra album with some other instruments, piano performed by myself. As you may know, it's I think been referred to working the working title as the Traveling Glow. Could be Twilight Glow. Haven't really come to a name on it quite yet. That's what this little picture kind of is from some of my time across the American Southwest. I just wanted to update on really who's been working on the album, who's been contributing to it, and I'm really excited about it. So I had it recorded by John Chapman, the recording engineer, who's done some big stuff. He recorded like Creed 3, plenty of things. Plenty. I think he also helped record like Dunkirk a while ago. He's helped me record a lot of things. He's been really kind, and I'm really grateful for his help recording it. Um, the biggest kind of new update is who I got for my mixing engineer. So, for those who don't know, mixing is just what happens after everything's been recorded, and it's like where things go in your AirPods, your headphones, anything if you see it in a movie theater, something like that. So it's like if you hear something far to the right side, like placing stuff within a space in your ears, essentially. Something's really loud, adjusting it, and all of that. So I got Satoshi Noguchi, who mixed the score for Everything Everywhere All at Once, as well as Elden Ring, the soundtrack for the video game. He also mixed that. So my album is not like either of those in terms of how it sounds. It's definitely more like natural and um, gentle, and it's definitely like unapologetically modern classical. It's not like some like super trendy neoclassical. It's not trying to be Icelandic like a lot of those instrumental composers or like European really at all. This picture I took right here is just like some of the concept for the album. I know it's just a sunset. I didn't want to show any other more obvious pictures that I took, but I think I'm just really excited to have Satoshi on board. He's been doing really great work. Just a very kind, encouraging person, and obviously having his talent on the project means a lot. I think he's doing a great job making it sound like something that is true to my vision for the album. Um, and it's again not trying to be like something that you would um, kind of already hear coming from like Europe or coming from some of the more like kind of ambient spaces. It's again unapologetically like modern classical. Um, there's a strong melody focus. It is kind of like pop-ish in a way with that. Like I don't shy away from melody, and having Satoshi kind of like understand what I'm going for. He kind of almost coined the term like neo-American, I guess, or just new American in terms of sound, um, which I think is pretty accurate. It's like wide open. He's done a great job with just giving space and air and breath and texture because so much of the album has to do with the people as well in the landscape, which I think is important. So that texture is really needed. So that's just a big update from me, having someone like that attached to it. Of course, I was happy to have John record it. Um, and just if you guys don't know, also, I mean, I recorded the piano on all of this, and I like rehearsed for a really long time. at a place I'm in Los Angeles. I'm not originally from here. I'm from like pretty far into upstate New York, near the mountains. Um, but you guys might be familiar with that already if you checked out my bio or have been following me. Um, but just I practiced piano for a while before I bought a piano at a rehearsal space in Burbank, um, just outside of Los Angeles, and it was just so much fun going through that. Like every couple days, I'd show up bright and early, put in the time. Felt like I was kind of like back in college, working on my like piano performance requirements. So just so much heart and soul went into this project, and Satoshi is really doing a great job bringing that out. So I'm really grateful for him, and we're almost done with mixing at this point. So there's some more steps to go through, but this album is definitely special to me, and I think it'll do well at the right with the right people in the right place. It's not going to be something for everyone, um, but for those that are interested in what I'm going for, I think it's going to be nice. So that's by far the biggest update. So give Satoshi a look and check out his stuff. He's just so talented. Um, I want to go ahead to the Coastal Romantique, which is surprising to me. We're going to listen through in a second. It's like 8 minutes, the EP. Coastal Romantique is kind of getting to how many, like it's almost getting to 200,000 streams, I think, after a couple of years being out. So I'm really grateful for that. Um, I'm really grateful for that. And we're just going to listen through, starting with Ascent Classique. So it's Ascent Classique. Track number 2 is Coastal Romantique, kind of back and forth right there. And then First Time for Everything. So Coastal Romantique is the biggest thing, like I mentioned. Thanks so much for listening to that one and sharing it. I think we get like tens of thousands of streams on that one every like couple of weeks or so now, which is great. We as me and the label. So let's give it a shot for Ascent Classique. Coastal Romantique's coming after this. So obviously the harp, pretty prominent. And the cello, of course. A lot of percussion in this one. Bells, cymbals. Speeding up, speeding up. You guys probably hear that bass kind of under all of this drone, this like rich bass underneath. It might be an organ, actually. I think it's an organ and double bass playing that. Harp is going crazy right now. Also the trumpet melody, mirroring the strings. feel like a lot of moving parts in this one. And then slowly going out. A little cliffhanger with those nice string touches at the end. And nice and gentle. So Ascent Classique, before we get into Coastal Romantique, Ascent Classique is pretty solidly just a build piece, right? So it's going and going with some percussion. So Coastal Romantique is a little, just around the same time, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. And I'm going to talk through this one too. So right into melody from the start here. And then highlighting the piano. Also, the piano sounds pretty natural. I was playing all of this, and I think it was fun to kind of just give it that human touch. Not everything's perfect in the piano. This chord change I like. And then the strings come in, cello line. Harmony with the violins. Strings are all working together on all three of these releases on this EP. Working together is in like they're all moving together. Nice string harmony. I liked writing that part. Hopefully you guys like it. Cliffhanger piano. Like the story's not over yet. Great, yeah. That one, I mean, honestly, kind of self-explanatory. I think it's nice to talk through it, but Coastal Romantique, I mean, romance on the coast with the French touch, a little bit of like an impressionist kind of flair to it. Also, Marshall in the chat just about requesting kind of a song or a piece. Happy to in the future. I can kind of talk through it in another stream. I'm kind of limited on time today, but I can't just go through much else. But thank you for asking. But yeah, just let me know for the future. Coastal Romantique has been really surprising just for what it's done over the last like 6 months. People are using it. It's showing up in more videos, and people are listening to it a lot more on streaming. So just keep it up. Honestly, please like share it, add it to playlists, and it's really appreciated. Let's end this with First Time for Everything, which is a little different than the other two. So Ascent Classique and Coastal Romantique, 1 and 2 of this, clearly have that kind of title to tie them together, Romantique and Classique. This one, First Time for Everything, ends on a big note with percussion. Strings are still moving together, but I had a little more fun with this one in terms of like just being playful. So 2 minutes, 47 seconds, First Time for Everything. So strings, brass, piano so far. I actually use a synth in this one pretty prominently. You'll hear it. Here comes a synth, brass swell. So much cello on this EP. A lot of cello in Coastal Romantique, especially in this one. I love that like high cello that sits above the viola when you get into that range. Like you know something's coming. These little small swells, I just wanted to build that anticipation for a bigger moment you're waiting for. And it's about to come. Taking it down to the lowest level. And here we go. Synth, everything's out. Percussive elements, it's all working. I actually intentionally lagged that hi-hat you're hearing. I liked it dragging, pulling back, being slower. And then a nice gentle ending. I like first time for everything. Um, I think that's one of my more like just it's just a fun piece to write. I think it was kind of fun for me to write. So if you want to check that one out too, or just listen to that one a little bit more when I'm not talking over it, please do on wherever you listen to music, wherever you get your music. Um, so yeah, Coastal Romantique, 3 tracks. Thank you so much for listening through with me, and also for just listening to Coastal Romantique on your own. I put a lot of thought into how those string lines work and how those cellos and everything mesh with each other. So it means a lot to me that that's actually getting some attention after a little bit of a delay um, since this came out. So just thanks for again for listening, and happy to share those album updates with Satoshi, with John Chapman, and everyone joining the project as it kind of comes to the final stages for the album. Still trying to find a place for it in all of that, and take it from there. But I'll update you guys on anything that happens um, going forward. Any good news, any bad news too, I'll let you know. But um, I'm hopeful. I'm feeling good about it. Again, album sounds different than a lot of kind of that modern classical stuff, in my opinion. Thanks mainly to Satoshi, and some of my writing is helpful, I think. I'm just really looking forward to it. Like I said, this is a shorter stream today. Just wanted to listen through to everything. I have to get going, but really happy to just touch on this stuff real quick. Thanks again for watching, and follow me on Twitch if you haven't. I upload stuff to YouTube like a few days after if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, thanks again. Bye.